Hello everybody, Laurie here from Unique in the Creek. Say hello, hello, hello. When you come in, we are going to do some fun creating today. Very different. I had this, so I've been sick for a couple days. So I've been lying in bed and I had this idea and it was driving me crazy because I couldn't get out of bed. Well, I could get out of bed, but I couldn't really sit and play to make it happen. Hello, hello. So I am going to try and bring my vision to life. How'd that sound? I'm going to cut some mesh while I'm waiting for everybody's. So we are doing a St. Patrick's Day. A St. Patrick's Day wreath. But not just any wreath. I have a vision in my brain of something I want to make. And you guys are my guinea pigs to see if it actually works out. So say hello when you come in. I can let you guys. Hello, hello, awesome. How many people, give me a thumbs up, how many people have lots of green mesh left over from Christmas? Show me with some thumbs up. Do you guys have green mesh left over from Christmas? I have half rolls everywhere. Half rolls everywhere. So I'm going to use some of it up. Hello, hello. 3, 6. Yes. Good. I'm going to show you something. I think. I have no idea if it's going to work. We are going to make a... You guys are probably going to think, oh my God, this woman's nuts. We are going to make a St. Patrick's Day hat. A St. Patrick's Day hat with the rectangle board. 2 rectangle boards. Hello, hello. Oh, probably shouldn't have came on live today. Probably too soon. Oh, shoot, and I forgot to take my antibiotics today. Oh, man. Hello. Okay, so I got some of my mesh. We'll get started. Okay, so like I said, I had this in my mind. I want to get it out of my mind to see if it even works. And if it works, then you guys can make one too with all your leftover green mesh. I'm better, Lynn. I probably shouldn't have went live today, but it is what it is. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be using the rectangle boards. In the rectangle board, you get 2 rectangle boards, okay? 2. Okay, we're going to use both of them to make a St. Patrick's Day hat. A big St. Patrick's Day hat. Hi, Sharon. I hope you're not snowed in. Okay, so I'm going to go down to the board and we're going to start playing. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of this green wide foil mesh left over from Christmas trees. I must have like 5 or 6 literally half rolls lying around my craft area. So I'm going to be using this emerald green wide foil mesh. This is going to be for the top of the hat. And then the bottom of the hat is going to be, again, this emerald green plus this lime green deluxe foil. That's going to be our brim of our hat, and just the top of our hat is going to be green. And you're saying, oh, how are you doing a hat, Laurie, with rectangle boards, right? Everybody's saying that. I'm going to show you. Okay. I made a pattern. Whether it works out, I have no idea, okay? This is, the one rectangle board is going to be the top of my hat, okay? The top of the hat is going to be row A to F, okay? So A to F. So I kind of marked them with lines. And so A to F, and then G and H, we're going to put black pieces. I just got some leftover horizontal wide stripe mesh. We're going to put black here. That's going to be like the brim of the hat. And then the bottom, we're going to do just the bottom holes. So row A, we're going to do this hole to this hole. B, this hole to this hole. Just the bottom row. Okay? And I marked on here, I'm going to start with light green, dark green, light green, dark green, light green, dark green. So I remember my pattern. I just wrote it with a Sharpie marker. Okay? Now, the lines. I joined these lines so I remember that I'm going to put zip ties from here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here. All right, let's just get this started because I'm a little excited. Okay, so I'm gonna go from here to here. This is the, no, from here to here. Here to here. Let me think. Yeah, that's right. Okay, you know what? We're going to do the sides first. Okay, so I'm going to preload the sides. So we're going at all the side until you get to row F. And I don't know why I envisioned this while I was sick. Strange things come to your brain, I guess, at strange times. What do you think? I literally had a fever of 102.1. So I almost thought I was hallucinating this idea. I probably was. But I kept it in my mind. So I have a notebook beside my bed. Or I will text message Dave if I have an idea, and he'll remind me the next day when I text message him. So I wrote this one down though. So I am going right down the sides of the rectangle board again from A to F. So get your leftover green Christmas mesh out. We're going to use it for St. Patty's. Okay, so see how I'm loading the sides? Going downwards. All right. Yeah, me too, Sharon. I love when it's storming out because I never go anywhere. So it's fine with me if it storms out. I just have to listen to Dave because he's got to go and do the driveway. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 zip ties along the side. Up at the top here. God, am I out of zip ties? How does the CEO of Unique in the Creek run out of zip ties? Whose idea was this? We'll just grab a pack from a kit. Hello, everybody. We're making a St. Patrick's Day hat. No, I should say we're attempting. So what we're going to call this segment of Laurie's Live is yay or nay. So when I'm done, and you guys have seen the finished product, you're going to give me a yay or a nay. Okay. Then I'm going to go to the top here on A, and I'm going to load a zip tie here, and then one here. So there's two at the top. Okay, so B, so A, row A, we did this hole to this hole, this hole to this hole. In the middle is empty. Row B, we're just doing the middle. Row C, I'll put it in a bit, but row C is going to be this hole to this hole to this hole, the middle empty. Row D, I'll just put the center ones in. Is the center. Row E is the outside. Row F is the center. Thank you for sharing. All right, and then down here, we're going to be using black, so we're going to hold off on the black for right this second. Okay, so the petal I decided to use on my, the top of my hat is this petal. Let me roll out a piece of mesh. My mesh is cut 10 by 10. I did not heat burn it, none of that stuff. I need a piece 10 inch. Very easy petal. It's where you pinch it that counts. So I'm going to get a couple elastic bands to have ready. Okay, so you have your 10 inch by 10 inch green piece. I'm going to turn it into a diamond shape. I'm going to bring the top corner to the bottom corner, just like that. Okay, I'm going to flip that top corner just up the bottom corner. You guys probably know how familiar this is. It is part of the daisy chain. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to flip it. I have my hand. There's the bottom corner. Okay, bottom corner up below this top thing. Put my hand right in the middle to hold it down, and I'm going to fold it over. Oops, without pulling the mesh out. And then pinch it in the middle. So you got a petal that looks like this. But I need this petal, I just want it small. So I'm going to put the top edge of this petal on my cutting mat and 3 inches in. 3 inches from the top here. Put my finger there. I'm going to rubber band it. Now you can clip it, or you can actually just put it right in the into your wreath or into your board. Okay, and then we're going to cut all that off. So you have a bowl or a box or a bag or something around to throw the excess mesh into it, okay? So it's very simple petal. Easy. What we're going to do, I'm going to do the side ones first. You're going to take that petal and we're going to put them in and zip it right above your little elastic band. Now I put that elastic band, it'll help from pulling the petal out. And so that is from the elastic band to the edge here is 3 inches. Okay? Yep, this is mad scientist. This is it a yay or a nay? We'll figure it out. All right, now I'm going to put another one in. I'm going to tuck it kind of in like that and do it up. Make sure everything is 3 inches. kind of, you see how I'm putting that corner inside the neighboring one? That's what we want. Does anybody else like have dreams and play with folding mesh and everything? Or is it just me? I'm probably a freak of nature anyways. Not too many brains that think like mine. That's what Dave says. Okay, so as I put it in, I'm kind of tucking it in to the neighboring one. So we have kind of a line here, right? There we go. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, here we go. Hey, Monk! Oh my gosh, a few more sleeps. How many more sleeps? I don't even know what day it is. I'm making a St. Patrick's Day hat with 2 rectangle boards. The vision came to me in my fever stage. So we're just tucking the corners in. 3 more. I better get my crap together. Holy crap. I have like so much to do before I go away. So I did a rubber band them just to make sure everything was at the 3 inches. You can literally fold your petal, cut the end off, and pinch it at the 3 inches, and then where you've pinched, stick the end in till your fingers hit the zip tie, and then do it up. Then if you don't have rubber bands, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, well, the side was easy. That was good. All right, let us... Hello, Miss Denise. I'm attempting, this is a yay or nay project. I'm attempting to make a big St. Patrick's Day hat with 2 triangle boards. There we go. So the sides are done. Oh, why did it stop there? Alrighty. Okay, so up. We're back on row A. We put those 2 zip ties up at the top. We are going to, again, I'm going to be putting 2 of these side by side into the zip tie. Again, kind of linking it together like that. So do you see how I took one, I kind of put the corner of this one inside and put it into the zip tie. Okay, same with this one. We're going to just kind of put that corner in and put it in the zip tie. You guys are all going to want to make this. I think it's going to turn out fabulous. These are the 2 rectangle boards. Okay, once you have that in there, then we're going to, here we go, do those up. Brilliant! Oh, well, thank you. I guess that will be a yay. Okay, we're going to do the same on the other side. Because you guys probably see where I'm going with this, right? Some of you, maybe not. So it seems a little bit longer. There we go. It seems a little bit long. Just pull on your tail so they're all linked in together. Like that. Should look like one straight piece when you have your sides in, okay? And then we're going to do the same as we did on this corner. We're going to do it on this corner. So put your corner of that one in, put it into the zip tie, put another one in. Just making sure everything's even. Zip it up. And then we'll There we go. That looks pretty cool, right? Okay, so then we did one on row B. Now we have to preload the rest. So there's only one on row B. Row C is going to go this hole to this hole, so 2 on row C. Too long, I just can't see the holes. Okay, row D, the 1, row E, 2. This is emerald wide foil mesh. It's just left over from Christmas. From the Christmas tree kit. I have like 5 or 6 half rolls of leftover emerald green. That looks pretty good. Okay, now we're going to go down the center on row B. Again at 3 inches. Cut this down a bit. Okay, there's 1. Row C, there's 2. Link that in, but when you have 2, link it in. So you're going to slide this corner in and then put the petal into the zip tie. All right, row D is just 1. Now you could, I'm just saving on mesh. You could put 2 all the way down each center, but if you want to save on mesh, or if you think you might be short, you can do what I'm doing. Okay, so I need 3 more of those petals. So if you missed how I made those petals, we're going to do a couple more. I need 3 more. I am feeling better. I probably should have took another day before I sat at my craft table, but that's okay. I will survive. My fever has gone and my antibiotics have kicked in. That's the worst thing about getting a kidney infection is the fever. Oh my God, the fever is horrible. Freezing cold, freezing. I had the house down to like 65 at, like, I might as well just shut the furnace off. And then, I had my room windows open. And then I yelled at Dave because the house was freezing and I was boiling hot. I was freezing and I yelled at him because the house was freezing. Meanwhile, it was my fault because I turned the furnace off right down. It's just a mess. Oh, so you cut your mesh 10 inches by 10 inches. Okay. Top corner, bottom corner, triangle. Flip that bottom corner up. Put your hand right in the middle and flip it over. Just kind of like you do with the daisy chain. All right. And we're making 3-inch petals, little 3-inch petals. So I have put the top edge right there on my 10. And I'm going to pinch it at the 13. We're going to cut almost all that off. All right, and I'm just going to put it right in. So I'm going to put it straight in without banding it into the zip tie right till it hits my fingers and pull the zip tie. This, if you had a Christmas tree kit, you probably have some of this left over. This was what was in the Christmas tree. How did I flip that over? This was in the Christmas tree kit. But we do have this green on our website. It's emerald wide foil. Okay, pinched at 3 inches. Cut off that. Stick it right into the zip tie till it hits my fingers. And we'll put these link in together. I don't know if it was in, I can't remember if it was in the poinsettia set. Okay, this is our last one. We are on row F. And then the next 2 rows, we're going to be doing some black. So I had some leftover black horizontal mesh. You only need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 pieces of black. Hello, hello. It's not morning, is it? No, it's 1:30 in the afternoon. You just waking up, Blewett? Okay, so our green is done. This is what we got so far. Like I said, you can do 2s all the way down to fill up the top. Just link them in like that. Probably would have looked better if I linked them in. Doesn't matter. You guys got the gist, right? Okay, I'm going to put this to the side and we're going to start, since we're in green, I don't want to jump back and forth, but I'm going to be doing, I'm going to do 10 pieces of the emerald green that we did the top of the hat with, and 10 pieces of this lime deluxe foil. Again, these are, I had a half a roll of this open. I don't know, I was probably using it at Christmas or something. So, 10 of 10. So you can mix up the whatever 2 greens you have. You need 10 of this and 10 to mix it up. Okay, so this is the second board, and we are going to preload every row from the bottom. So when you're looking at your rectangle board, your A, B, C, D, E is like you can read it. It's facing you. We're going to do the bottom row. So the bottom hole to that all the way across, okay? Don't close them, just preload them open. Oh, I was wondering, why is it eerily quiet in my house? And I forgot that Dave just took the dogs to the spa. The dogs are gone for the day at the spa. Okay, I'm just going to start. I know I didn't preload everything. We'll just start. So I indicated to myself light green, dark green, light green. I'm just going to alternate colors. These are still 10-inch pieces, okay? But we're going to use 2 of them per color per zip tie. All right, so what I'm going to do is you're going to curl down. We're just going to make a ruffle. Okay, so curl down your 10-inch piece. We're going to just ruffle it. I'm going to have a clip ready right up the middle. So So you're going to take your thumb and your forefinger and we're going to pinch and pleat this mesh. So pinch, drag, 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 drag. RuPaul's drag. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the second one. Now, you can do a 20-inch piece. I like to do two 10-inch pieces because we're going to do a nice big ruffle at the bottom for the brim of the hat. And I find with two pieces of mesh, putting them together gives it a much nicer, more contoured ruffle, if that even makes sense. Okay, so I'm doing two pieces and I'm going to join the two pieces together. Okay, just going to, where I put the clip, I'm going to put the center of this one right against it, just like that. And we are going to put, where I'm pinching, that whole thing in between that zip tie and come around. So I like to, before I make everything tight, I like to make sure that my mesh is, you know, about this even on the same each side. And we're gonna pull it tight. Alrighty. So with the two pieces, you can make a much nicer ruffle. I just find that. So, but you can most definitely just do a 20-inch piece. Of course it's my kid. How many of you guys watch me all the time? I do believe my daughter Lolly goes on my thing just to see. I will shut my ringer off. Just to see if I'm live, and if I'm live, she phones. Okay, I shut my ringer off. Sorry about that, guys. All right, now I'm going to do the same thing with two pieces of the emerald green. Right, Jean Ann? One of my kids always phones during my live. One of them. It's usually Kristen or Lolly. Oh, I should have probably took that. Lolly was going to the passport office today. Okay, so I'm going to put my two pieces together. I just put the centers together. All right, going to get squishy in here. We want it to get squishy. Right in the middle. We're not going to worry about frays or anything. It's a hat. It's a St. Patty's Day hat. When people say anything about your strings, just tell them you were making St. Patrick's Day hat while drinking green beer. All right, I'm going to pull this over, clip it out of the way, and then I'm going to do light green again. Your sister calls you when you're in the bathroom. My kids are brutal. Although I have to say, my kids call me every day, all three of them. I've already talked to Mitchell twice today. Kristen calls me when she's driving. Who else has a kid that drives, that calls every day on their way home from work? Apparently, that is mommy time when she's driving home from work. Okay, we're going to get tight, like I said. You have a sister named Lolly? Really? That's just her nickname. I call her, her real name's Lauren, but I call her Lolly. We're getting tight. I might have be able to skip some, but oh well. If you guys are making this, you'll, yeah, right, Judy, that's why she does it. Because she has free time. But normally I'm like live in my VIP group or something. Yes, Lolly also calls me. That's why I talk to her so much, because she also calls me when she's walking to class, which I don't mind, especially if she's walking by herself. I even tell her, if it looks sketch or you see somebody sketch, just put your phone up to your ear, pretend you're talking to somebody, or literally call somebody. Because if there's somebody sketch out there and they see you that you're on the phone, more than likely, because you're on the phone, they're going to leave you alone. This is getting really tight. Alrighty. I'll do. Oh, that's what. Why did it end there? Okay, I'm gonna. For some reason, it's supposed to be dark here. I'm gonna change up my little pattern here because I want both ends to be the same. So again, this came to me as a vision, my friends, in the midst of my 102-degree fever. So we're starting at the other end. Back. Hi, Tina Steffler. How are you, doll? Yeah, Lolly has a night class too, but her roommate Sarah has the same class. Thank God. So they walk together. But I really hate the fact that she walks alone a lot to classes, and I hate that. Like, even broad daylight, something can happen, right? Oh, I'm feeling better already. Yeah. I'm on a, I have a standard prescription always ready at my pharmacy because I get infections. Well, everybody, some of you may not know. So when I had my back issues, and I'm not afraid to tell anybody, when I had my spinal problem, not only did I lose the function of my legs, I also lost the function of my bladder and my bowels. So after the surgery, my legs came back. Well, after the second surgery, my legs came back, my bowel came back, but my bladder never came back. So I don't have the feeling. It's called a neurogenic bladder. I do not have any feeling really in my bladder. So I have to self-catheterize 8 times a day. Well, Laurie's not the best at doing that because Laurie's always busy and forgets. And then Laurie gets infections because she forgets. Because urine builds up, and then, oops, got an infection. So, the joys of living in my footsteps. All right. We're going to do it next dark. See when we let it all go if we need any more, which I'm thinking we may not. I had Tina, have you never read my story? You're like one of my #1 fans. I had a tethered spinal cord. Oh, see, I'm glad. I would rather not be able to feel my bladder and catheterize than have my bladder leak. I just would. I don't know. Why are we talking about pee and everything? Anyways. So, because I was watching Eliana on the weekend and I had VIP on the weekend, all kinds of stuff, Laurie forgot to catheterize a lot. And I do have to be careful of that because my bladder can burst. It literally can burst if I don't empty it. Okay, I'm going to squeeze just 2 more pieces. I'm just going to put 1 piece in here. This is the very center where those 2 holes. So we did 4 on one side, 4 on the other. And then these 2 center ones, I'm just going to put 1 piece in of the light green. Yeah. My life, it is what it is, you know. I am thankful to God that I can walk, and I'm thankful to God that my bowels came back. Lord, that would have been awful. So I can live with the rest. And apparently you come up with some fantastic ideas when you have a really high fever. Okay, so I only put 1 in there, and I'm going to put 1 more in there, and we are full. That is the bottom of our hat. We, of course, we're going to put a bow in it, and I'll show you what ribbons I'm going to use. And we'll join it together. Is my neurosurgeon in Canada. My neurosurgeon was Dr. McDonald at St. Michael's Hospital in Toronto. He is the head of neurology there. He is what gave my life back. Because the first surgeon, my first surgery, the first surgeon couldn't fix it. Okay. Look what you have. Big old full of poofy things. Ruffles. Pretty, right? We'll put that aside. Okay, that's all our green and everything done. Now we're going to do some black. Oh my God, you're bedridden, Jessica? Where are you? Where do you live? Yes, thank you, Jackie. Whoa, team. Okay, let's not start talking about ailments. I just kind of went through because I just wanted to share with you guys how my vision came about for this wreath. So I got 2 black on the sides. Oh, Jessica. Well, after my second spinal surgery, I developed a spinal leak. So they had to go in again and patch it. That was worse than the actual surgery. Yeah, way too long, right, Jackie? Okay, so I'm going to do 2 black. Same fold. This is just, look, I'm using 3 different mesh because why not? These were all open. Let's use them up. So this is just a horizontal white stripe, which is great because it kind of looks like, almost like leather when you fold it. So it'll give it a little bit of a different texture. But we're going to make it skinnier. Okay, so do your 10 by 10, bring your corner down, fold it up once, and then we're going to bring this bottom one up again, just below this long piece. Just put your hand in the middle and flip it over. And we are going to pinch again at 3 inches. I'm all good, my friends. I've learned to live with all my problems and still be happy. So you choose how you want to deal with things, right? I chose not to let it take me down. And good thing I did choose that, because look what I did with the lemons that I was given. So if you are new to my page, you can go over on our blog and you can read, I have a couple stories in my blog about, you know, my issues and how Unique in the Creek came about and stuff like that. So people say it's inspiring. Yeah, I made some great lemonade, absolutely. And you know why I did it more? Not for me, more for my kids. I did it for my kids so they would see that just because you're dealt crappy setup, crappy hand, doesn't mean you have to give up. Okay, so we're going to put 2 black in. So this is going to be our little, like, what is it? The belt that goes around the hat. I'm just going to put these 2. Actually, I might put it in just a bit. Let's move these. Just up a little bit, so like 2.5. Oh, it wasn't even at the 13. It wasn't even at the 3. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, so we're zipping the black, 2 blacks in, and we want them both the same length, just like that. Oh, maybe I should have put 2 here. Hi, Lovey.
Still on?
Huh?
You're still on?
Yeah. I'm almost done. I just have to, like, I'm finishing the black here and I have to make a bow and then put it together. Is there a problem?
Is Laurie calling you?
Yeah, what does she want? Let me guess, she forgot to sign something. Why did she do that? She forgot. I know, I wanted her to.
Okay. That's it.
Please call her back and tell her that. I already told her that.
I told her already. I said, okay.
Is she at the passport office?
She's just heading there now.
Okay.
I
told her the one picture has to be done, and then there's a place.
That's fine. Okay. Okay, it's all good.
But it can't look like.
It's good. It's all good.
Okay. I'm thinking, before I get any further, this one, I'm going to put 2, because if I don't put 2 there, you will see these zip ties, and we don't want that. Actually, I have a few pieces. Let us do that again. Okay, I'm going to snip these off. I'm going to do 2 by 2 by 2. Remember, I don't really know what I'm doing here. I think I'm making a St. Patrick's Day hat. We will see. This is a yay or nay kind of deal. So after I finish and I post it, all you people that watched, you're going to comment on the picture of the post as a yay or a nay. Okay? Okay. So, like I said, I'm going to do 2 each of each row. I just think it'll look better. So, this is row B. See how easy it is if you make a mistake or you want to change your mind? Easy. Make sure you just kind of lock them in together so it makes kind of that straight line. There we go. Perfect. You know, guys, I think this might just work out. I can send myself flowers, write my name in the sand. I can tell I was on the TikTok tunnel. All the Grammys or the VMAs or whatever the heck was on the other day. All the TikToks coming on it. Now that song is stuck in my head. Okay. So we're doing 2 by 2 by 2. Down the center. That song's in your head too, Dina? Because it's everywhere. So Friday night at 8 o'clock, I believe I'm live at 8 o'clock, I will be doing my very first magnolia flower. I've never done one, so this should be interesting. Actually, I don't think I need, let's see. These ones are close together. I don't think I need these 2. Let's see. Nope. But I do need to make 1 more petal. I'll probably get shut down now because my voice is so much like Miley Cyrus that they probably think I'm copywriting her. I do believe I sound more like Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey. So, but I can do a mean Miley Cyrus. I can belt those notes out. But if I became a rock star, then I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't have time to do crafts. So I decided to do crafts and hang out with you guys rather than be a rock star. That's stupid. All right, 1 more. Yeah, I could probably do that too. There, that worked. That looks better. And I said, oh my God, look at this face. Oh, oh. Now we got T Swift in the brain. Okay, let's make our way back to the black. You're happy I became a crafter? Yeah, I could have had superstar fame, but I'm a model. Yeah, a lot of, you know, rock stars are, you know, kind of like models, right? Is Michelle still watching? She's probably like, Lord. So we want the black, too black. These ones I'm making thinner. But they're still pinched at 3 inches. Okay, those two black are done. Okay. We are going to go 3 across. This is where I might get stuck. And we're not going to go farther than 8 because we are going to join. Oh, that's going to be so cool. Look at that. We will be joining the 2 boards together momentarily. Okay, let's try this again. Do a wider one. I should call my segments Magic with Mesh. I love playing with mesh. I should probably just did it like that. How stupid. Okay, that'll work. I don't think I need this middle one. You love watching me make my wreaths? Oh, awesome. Well, thanks for watching. I love that I don't have to talk to myself. There's actually people, because I would talk to myself. I love to talk. I'm going to put that in. Put that one in. These are wider ones. Make sure they're kind of getting them top of these to line up with the top of that. Trying to do it all in mesh. So you can just cut out a big piece of, well, I guess we need that width for the top of the hat, right? Okay. Now, where is this getting connected? Hold on. We are gonna, the very, very middle holes here line up with the holes on the center. So just let me figure this out for 1 second. Cut this down a bit. Row of black, I think. Hold on, my friends. Let's see. 1 second. I want the black. The ruffles are pretty big, so I want the black to be seen. So I'm going to move these two up. And I do have some gold that we're going to put. As a buckle. These should have been. Let's try. Hold on. Mind change again. Yes, I'm going to be putting, but I have to cover everything to make sure you don't see zip ties, right? So I'm going to do the same petal on the side here. And link them in with, like I did with the green. Come on, Laura, find the hole. There it is. Yeah, chill. Trust the process, my friends. Chill. Relax. Sit back. It'll happen. Look, gold, gold finger, gold finger. Okay. Yes, I think I like the bigger, like these on the sides. Better, much better. And we can see the black. And it's just a tad bit shorter than the green ones. Oh, geez, I hope I have some black left somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna do this. That's okay, Lisa. I'm also going to put a bow in his rim, and I got this to go in behind because I want it to pop when we put the bow on, and then this one on top. See if I can salvage. Yep, look at that. Perfect. Sure to even. Okay, much happier with those sides. And I do the two, let's see. Too short. Give me 1 sec. I gotta go see if I have any more black. I know I have some somewhere. Well, what a dumbass I am. All right, I'm gonna have to open this. I'm sure I have, oh, wait a second. I have some down here. Hold on, please. I have to. Use these up. Oh my God, this is actually gonna work, my friends. It's going to work, I think. Because he's after me Lucky Charms. I suck at doing I'm not very good at doing accents. I can do a good Canadian accent. Eh? Two more here and we will be done the black, and we will put some gold on it. Pretty good rounded hat. Look how cool that is. Great for a carrot, my friends. Do these like a carrot and you just taper it down. So you can make it round up here and taper it down, and you can make a carrot on a rectangle board if you don't want a big one on the triangle board. Okay, perfect. Because then that's going to go over top. The other board is going to go over top. We're almost done. Hang in there, my friends. Hang in there. His legs? What? Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8 pieces of black I used. What a mess I made too. All right, so now let's see. My ruffle part, the very center is going to go like that. You have to make a gold piece. How am I going to make the gold piece? I just need kind of like a little belt buckle. So I'm going to put a zip tie. I am on row H. Let's try and make it. I have this really sparkly ribbon. I'm going to try and make like a buckle. That'll work. So this is just a 2.5 inch ribbon. And I'm going to fold it at 4 inches. And again, flipped it over 3 times. I'm just going to pinch at the bottom and we'll put just that gold, a gold piece right there. We'll see. Ribbon over daisy chain, or yeah, you can just, I don't need it flat or anything. I'm just goofing around, guys. You can see the process of, a lot of people are kind of interested in the process of how my brain works apparently, so we want the gold to stick up. So you can see that there. And then we're going to connect these two to this. So right in the middle here, so like I said, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 2 rows that are a little closer together. We're going to connect with a zip tie those holes right to where that gold, the gold ribbon is. Okay. So I'm going to go down. Okay, down and down. Have you guys noticed I haven't used any glue? I'm on this kick of no glue marathons. Okay, back up. And then put that on top. Go. Oh, I should have used my 10-inch zip ties. You know what? I have 10-inch zip ties. Go. And we'll do this bad boy up. Okay. What a mess I have here. What the heck? Now I lost my pink ones. Okay. Maybe I should have done this a little longer. You might want to do the buckle a little longer. Remember, I'm trying to use all mesh, so. Looks good. All right, now right here is where I connected it, and then I'm going to connect it again down here at the bottom. So line up those two holes. Go down, back up. These are fun. Okay, and then I'm going to pop that hole, that zip tie head into the hole. Look how we have, we're going to put a hanger right there. So the only thing that really shouldn't go outside is the ribbon. Now I'm sure we could probably, I don't know, do a better job on the belt buckle, but I wanted to use all mesh, right? So, oh, you guys can't see. All right, open these up, make some rufflies. But you don't want to make sure, you want to make sure you don't see the top of the board, which the ruffles cover. And I did it! I made a St. Patrick hat. Somewhat with with rectangle boards. It's actually kind of cute. What can we do down here? You can't really see it because all the ruffles. You may, if you're like me, if you're just going to cut your mesh, you may want to heat seal it if you know, because this is starting to fray a bit. I wonder if I should just glue like a gold buckle. You know what? I think I might. Let's slide that out. Yeah, that might work better. I don't even have my glue gun on. Oh, down another petal. Okay. While that is heating up, let's make a bow. We're going to put a bow right here. A little St. Patrick's Day bow. I think it's really cute. Especially once we put a St. Patrick's Day bow on it. So we'll put the buckle on in a sec. I didn't have to open the black. Yay. So you don't have to use mesh if you want it, you know, for the brim thing of the hat. But because I used all mesh, everything can go outside. All right, let's make a cute bow. Now, keep in mind these ruffles are deep, so I'm going to have to make some kind of bow that has bigger loops, but not too big of a bow because I don't want it taking over everything. So I did say I was going to go in the behind with some black so it pops out from the green, and then I have this really cute shamrock ribbon. Isn't that cute? Let's go back down. It has black dots in it, and then the clovers or the shamrocks are, some are green. Match the emerald green perfect. There's black in it. So it's a perfect ribbon. So let's just do 14-inch tail. Now I'm not making a super duper huge bow or anything because we don't want to take over. So I'm going to do 5-inch loops. I think I'm just going to do one. She having problems?
Yeah, she can't use me as a reference.
Why?
Because same address as her.
Oh, are you serious?
Anyway, she's going to use Jackie's, but she needs... I don't want you to say it online.
Okay, hold on. I'm almost done.
But she's at the office, so...
Well...
If you have a pen and paper, she just wants the address and...
Of who?
Postal code of Jackie.
Which Jackie?
Your aunt. Or yourself.
She's American.
Doesn't matter, she asked if it was okay, and I said yeah.
I'll text it to you.
Okay.
Why didn't you just... Oh, I was going to say she already has Sarah. Sorry, guys. Lollie's at the passport office right now, trying to get her renew her passport. Sorry, everybody. Okay. Okay. So these are 4-inch. I'm just going to do 2. Actually, no, I better do 5-inch because this is big. The ruffles are big. What's the matter now?
You texted to me?
Yes, I did.
I never got it.
I just sent... Oh, I sent it to you. On Facebook.
One.
Are they allowing her to change?
You don't have... You can flip, but you have a phone number too.
She has her phone number, Jackie's phone number.
She said she doesn't.
She texts her aunt. Oh my God. Oh gosh. I'm literally on a live.
I know, and I'm sorry. I apologize to everybody.
Here, can you come see? Here, I'll just text it. Shh, it keeps calling. I'm trying to copy and paste it. There we go. All right, there's your phone number. Oh. It's first, like, literally grown-up thing she has to do. And her passport expired like 2 years, and we may go on a trip when I get back, so in 3rd week of February, because she's on reading week. But I don't want to plan a trip and pack everything and then get to the border and then they deny her to come in. Hold that too tight. Now I'm all flustered. See? I'm all flustered. These kids drive me crazy. Reading week, I don't know, something like intermission at university. I have no idea. They're off for a week in February. I think it's called reading week. So I'm not pulling it too tight, so I can move around the loops. So this is actually it's not hard to do. So I think if you guys try it, you won't have as many issues as I had, because I've already worked out all the issues for you. There, just a simple one. And we will put gotta go deep. One hole. Another one. I'm just going in between the mesh here. And I'm just going to pull it down, not into the ruffles, just kind of so it's sitting on top of the ruffle, just like that. Okay. Oh, it turned out cool. Super cute. I just got to put her buckle on. It's your Patty Day. Different. Okay, let's just glue this buckle on, and let's just ribbon, like a mesh kind of ribbon. Oh, that's going to be super cute. Didn't line up my ribbon very well. See, it happens when I'm all kerfuffled. Look how cute! I did it. I'm just going to put strip there. So this is the only glue I'm actually using on the whole thing. Put it in the center. That was fun. Oh, you guys can't really see, can you? There we go. there we go. Longest hat ever, but, well, it took me an hour and a half. That's not bad considering I really didn't know what I was doing. So, it's kind of cute. Kind of cute, isn't it? I'd hang this on my door, for sure. There. I'm sure you guys can come up with other easier ways, but it's kind of cute and very different. Anyways, well, thanks for hanging out with me and making this. It's a masterpiece. Well, I'm not too sure about that, but it was actually fun. There's the back, so we're all connected. Could even hang a cute St. Patrick's Day sign coming off the bottom or something. Not bad for mesh, right? Yeah, a coin or something. I don't really have a lot of St. Patrick's Day stuff at home, but I'm sure you can find some really cute stuff at the dollar store. But it's pretty big too. Let's see how long it is. It is, gotta fix this corner one here. It's driving me crazy. Ruffle to the ruffle, 23 inches long and 23 inches wide. 23 by 23. Look how cute that is. I think I did good. So if you guys take it and run with it and do something cool. Let's see how many greens we used. I used 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 pieces of the green up top. And then we used 2, 4, 6, 8 pieces of the green in the brim of the emerald green, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 pieces of the lime green for the ruffle. It was fun. All right, I best go and make sure my child is not stressed out like she stressed me out. I'm gonna go hang this on my door. Although Valentine's, I guess I'll have to wait for Valentine's to finish. Anyways, so we got Jackie blew it up tonight at 8 o'clock. And yeah, so I'm hoping, if she's still here, I'm hoping she got her hummingbird kit today. So she may be doing the hummingbird kit. Fingers crossed. All right, everybody. Have yourself a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.